Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. Before we start the video, a request to you that if you regularly watch my channel and if you feel that you add value to your life through answering some questions through my videos and you are able to profit from some of the learning that these videos bring to you, then please help others to be also able to profit from these videos by virtue of these videos reaching them. You can help others also through these videos by liking this video, subscribing to my channel if you have not done so far, and pressing the bell notification so that the access that you have to my channels, to my videos and through this learning, others are also able to have, because then YouTube, because of virtue of you liking them, also promotes the video further. So please, if you have not done so far, subscribe to my channel, press the bell notification and please like this video. Now on the topic for today, we are doing a number of series of planets through different houses, planets through different signs, Atma Karaka through different houses and signs, Amatya Karaka through different houses and signs, Dara Karaka through different houses and signs, planets through different nakshatras. We are also doing planets in the D9 and so far, and so many other topics. So we are doing a number of series. In the light, one of the series that we are doing is that a planet when placed in the nakshatra of other planets. Here I am not talking about planets placed in a certain nakshatra, the 27 nakshatras. First I am talking about the 70,000 feet level, which is about planets placed in the nakshatras of another planet. For example, if Sun is placed in any of the nakshatras of Ketu, then Sun will be placed either in Ashwini, or Sun will be placed in Magha, or Sun will be placed in Mula. All the three placements, all the three nakshatras that Ketu rules fall in the fire signs. So there is a specific meaning to when a planet is placed in the nakshatra of a certain planet, because of virtue of the potential sign energies and the planet's energies, a certain manifestation through potential is brought about to that particular planet which is placed in the nakshatra of another. So if Sun is placed, as I said, in the nakshatra of Ketu, any of the three nakshatras, I am not going to get into the nakshatras in this series. I will follow it up with another series where I am going to talk about each planet. We are already doing the house lord through different nakshatras. I am not talking about the house lords. I am talking about planets, individual planets, Sun, Moon, Venus. So I am going to first do the series of different planets through the nakshatras of other planets, which means Rahu through the nakshatras of other planets, which means Rahu through the nakshatras of Ketu, Rahu through the nakshatras of Venus and so forth, and later on I will do Rahu through individual nakshatras or other planets also through different nakshatras. I have already done one of the planets in the different nakshatras of other planets series by doing a video of Rahu when placed or passing through the nakshatras of other planets. So that video has already been done. So I am doing the second in the series, where today I am going to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is Venus placed in the nakshatras of other planets. Venus in specific nakshatras I will be doing later through another series, as I have just said. So let's talk about Venus placed through in the nakshatras of other planets, which means through the nakshatras of Sun, Venus, Moon and so on. So let's start with the first placement that I want to start with, Venus in the nakshatras of the Sun. Now each of the nakshatras of Sun have either the fire or the earth energies. So when Venus is placed in any of the nakshatras of the Sun, then the background energy that is being influenced upon Venus will be that of the fire and the earth energies as well. Now when Venus is placed in the nakshatras of Sun, which means here high responsibility with high beauty, high quality of life, high intimacy, high love and affection, high wealth, that is brought about, which means the potential to get high wealth through responsibility, high wealth or good life through accountability is given through you as a potential. Now this has a different meaning than, say for example, moon through Scorpio. There, whether you like it or not, you will have a certain dissemination of moon, a certain characteristics to the thinking of the person. Here we are talking about the potential and not a strong manifestation. Because the potential is there, you will have to work hard to be able to manifest that energy strongly. Which means if Venus is placed in the Nakshatras of the Sun, if you want to do very well in life, then you will have to work hard with responsibility, with accountability, taking ownership, so that Venus's results can come to you. Venus's results when placed in the Nakshatra of Sun can give you a good potential to do very well in the field of arts, to shine in the field of arts. Second, it is also that you may enjoy a very good life if you are responsible towards how you use money, how you use the material resources which are given to you. And if you are accountable to when the zodiac will be rewarding you, then the zodiac gives you more. So the potential is there, the reward comes to you when you behave with the quality of the planet's energy in which Venus is placed. So if you behave with accountability, if you behave with the responsibility, then the results will surely come to you. The other dissemination or the potential of this placement of Venus in the Nakshatras of the Sun is that the person can achieve very high positions in life, positions of leaderships, positions of reaching the highest excellence of the corporate world or any organization for that matter, or highest in any industry as well. But generally this position gives you high success ratio in those fields which are connected to the arts, those fields which are connected to the good quality of life, those placements which connect you to the better life, the richer life. So a person can reach high positions as a managing director or the CEO or heading the company in the fields of glamour, or in the fields of media, or in the fields of art, or heading an organization which is into food, which is itself into beauty or glamour, and so on. So good potential given to us if Venus is placed in the Nakshatra of Sun, if we behave with responsibility and if we behave with accountability. However, if you are not true to the nature of Sun, taking responsibility for your actions, then challenges in the relationship can also come by, issues in your relationship can also come by, high arrogance and high pride or false pride, because of which challenges coming in the relationship can also come by. So when Venus is placed in the Nakshatra of Sun in your horoscope, very high potential for riches, very high potential for the good life, very high potential to rise and shine in life if you use the energies well. However, a challenge in your relationship, challenge in your intimacy, challenge in how other people see you as haughty or arrogant, and relationship itself coming under a cloud can be the potential when Venus is placed in the Nakshatra of the Sun. Now when Venus is placed in the Nakshatra of Mercury or the Nakshatras of Mercury, all the Nakshatras of Mercury lie in the watery signs, either in the sign of Cancer or in the sign of Scorpio or in the sign of Pisces. So when Venus is placed in any of the Nakshatras ruled by Mercury, then the underlying energy is also of the watery signs. Here it means there is a lot of fluidity given to how Venus will give you results. So if a person is more flexible, how the person uses his or her beauty and their intellect, which Mercury represents, then the person can do very well in life. A person with high degree of flexibility to how they use their intellect, whether they are more tactful or manipulative, or they are more intelligent of how they are using the abilities that Venus is giving them, Mercury is giving them, then they have high potential for high success. So this is a placement of beauty with brains. Somebody can be beautiful, somebody can be presentable, or somebody can at least have one attribute of Venus which is given to you with a lot of strength. So either you are very good looking, or you are very good in your language, you are very good in your sophistication of the language, or you know many languages, or you are very good with food, you are very artistic with your food, you are very artistic with your performances. One area of Venus will be very strong. You will be able to use your intellect in how you are able to use that particular quality of Venus when Venus is placed in the Nakshatras of Mercury. So yeah, this person will be very intellectual, will be very practical, will be very calculative how the person uses his or her good looks. So a person who is a model can be very intelligent how and what kind of pictures they put on the social media, or what kind of directors they work with, what kind of performances they do if they are artists, what kind of music they should be able to do in the today's genre, how they can be able to keep their music current, their artistic performances current to the current population, to the requirements of the current generation. All this is given to a person, especially where Venus is manifesting but with the intelligence of Mercury. This is also strong placement where the person can be very intelligent with how they use their money. But this is not about getting high money or low money or huge money. Whatever money is given to you, whatever resources are given to you, this zodiac will also give you the potential of using it well, using that money intelligently, investing the money intelligently, or also getting into fields which are connected to intelligence use of wealth. For example, helping others in service, connected to banks, connected to financial wealth management, connected to accounts, connected to audits. In some way or the other, money and intellect are coming together. This person can also be a good accountant, but the person will also have a vast majority of customers who are of different generations, different castes, different backgrounds, different countries also, different industries also, because the underlying strength of the nakshatras are all in the water sign. So if you are able to use your intellect well, then whatever artistic qualities, beauty, intimacy, food, good quality of life that Venus promises to give you, you should be able to do it with high degree of practicality, logic, and scaling big heights over a period of time. Now when Venus gets into its own nakshatras, say for example Venus gets into the nakshatra of Bhrigu, then if you see all the nakshatras which Venus rules, all of them lie in the fire sign. So when Venus is placed in its own nakshatras, then there is a lot of fire sign energy which is given to the person, which means there is a lot of fire in the desire, there is a lot of fire in the kitchen, being a good foodie, there is a lot of fire in your beauty, you have this radiance, you are very presentable, you could be very good looking, or there is a lot of fire in your speech, you can influence a lot of others very easily, you can have the sophistication, you may have the mastery to be able to influence others so well that they cannot but be inspired by the magnetism of your beauty or your speech or your ability to influence others. This is a strong combination of beauty and with grace, which means you will be very graceful and how you will be able to present yourself, present your ideas, carry yourself, be able to talk to others, and overall there will be something about you which will be very graceful, which will be very magnetic, which others will not be able to ignore. This person, however, can be easily influenced by other people's magnetism also, because this person has an eye for beauty, eye for glamour, eye for riches, wants the good quality of life, so they can also be influenced by others who talk flowery language, who are good looking themselves, who are rich themselves, who like good labels also, who like the rich life also. Then this person, because their own quality is that they like the better life, the good life, they may also feel that the other person who also has these qualities is a good match for me. However, sometimes they can be misled because the other person may not be speaking the truth, maybe taking them on a different flowery path which could be laden with thorns. So one has to be very careful when Venus is placed in the nakshatras of Venus itself, where beauty, glamour, false promises, magnetism in other people's promises, magnetism in other people's language, sophistication can mislead you. So be a little careful, because otherwise you will be heartbroken in the long run. You could also be shortchanged of your money, you could make investments in the wrong endeavors, you could get into the wrong job, you could make friends with the wrong people, and sometimes you could also be misled by flattery. So if Venus is in the nakshatras of Venus, high potential is given to you to enjoy the good life, to be good in any one of the demeanors of Venus, either looks or language or communication or arts. Use that to your advantage, but be careful of not falling prey to false promises of others, not falling prey to the flattery of others, but carrying yourself with dignity and trying to strengthen the logic and practical ability of your Venus better. When Venus is placed in the Nakshatras ruled by Moon, now all the Nakshatras of Moon have the earth energies, and so it is very important for the person who has Venus in the Nakshatras ruled by Moon that they are usually very grounded, but they need to be careful of what overall characteristics Moon gives them. This is a person who has beauty, grace, has sophistication, but added with a lot of empathy, understanding, and a supporting and nourishing demeanor. So many times these people can be misled by other people's sob stories, where somebody can easily sweep them off their feet with their sob stories, influence them with their sorry state of affairs, asking them for more money, asking them for more support, and this person with Venus in the Nakshatras of Moon will easily be led by them. However, being grounded, these people also have a strong intuitive power to be able to understand where the person may be misleading. So these people should listen to the voice of the conscience, to the voice of their intuition, to their gut feeling, which tells them whether the sob story is true or not. This is a good placement where beauty combined with a supportive, nourishing demeanor is given to the person. That is the potential given to the person. So this person can be very good looking, but have a very soft demeanor, can have a very soft appearance, can have sparkling eyes, but can be a very thoughtful person, a very understanding person, a very thinking person. However, these people can also be led by their emotions, and so many a times, while they may know that practicality and logic is important, many a times because of being more over empathetic, they may give more than what is due to the situation, which is more than due to the person. So they end up doing most for the family, most for the spouse, most for the children, even more for the friends. Very good or very successful in careers related to hospitality, connected to the luxury department, connected to services, connected to customer services, connected to all sorts of support services, is the placement of Venus in the Nakshatras of Moon. Venus placed in the Nakshatra of Mars. Here, all the Nakshatras of Mars either have the earth or the air energies. So here, the person can be very grounded, but at the same time, this person with Mars energies can also rush into situations, rush into objectives, rush into relations also easily. Because here, Venus is placed to the Nakshatras of Mars, so a person who rushes into relationships because the other person seems to be very loving, other person seems to be very good looking, other person seems to be very charming, sophisticated, or the other project or the other job or the other offer seems to be very enticing. So the person rushes into a job, into a career, into a relationship, into an investment easily, not delving deep, looking more at the superficial projections that the person is doing or the organization is doing or the investment is seeming, and then after getting into the relationship or into the project, then realizing that many things are not as they seem to be. And also this is a placement that one rushes into things like what they see initially, but then they also get bored because they did not do a due diligence before getting into that offer, before getting into the career, before getting into the relationship. So initially fireworks between two people, lot of intimacy, lot of attraction, lot of love and affection, but over a period of time, when more and more chips fall off the stone, then you realize that the base of the relationship, the base of the friendship, the base of the offer may not be as strong as they initially felt. So this is surely a placement where good quality of life will attract you, good things, good projects may attract you, and you may also gain from them initially. However, you also need to take more stable decisions so that you gain more out of that association, gain more out of the relationship. Otherwise, long term, the person may end up feeling very frustrated, feeling very resentful, feeling very angered, feeling very dejected also when things don't go as they plan, and there is a higher potential they may not. So if you have Venus placed in the Nakshatras of Mars, please be very careful. Enjoy the good life, enjoy the good ride, but also be careful not to get onto the bus if the bus feels to be too rickety for you to handle. Venus plays through the Nakshatras of Jupiter. Now all the Jupiter's Nakshatras have the air and water energies. So here the person can flow like the water, which means can be very wise in how they carry themselves. The person with Venus in the Nakshatras of Jupiter can be somebody who is very good looking, is very presentable, has one side of Venus which has been given to the person with abundance, such as beauty, such as artistic endeavors, such as ability to be able to rise high in resources, in wealth. But at the same time, this person will be somebody who will be very simple, knows that looks can be very deceptive, and will be very wise in the approach to life. Will be very simplistic, even if they have a lot of resources, even if they are very good looking, and in spite of access to bigger resources, they will still want to carry themselves with a lot of simplicity. This is not the person, because they have a lot of money, they will have diamonds dangling from all over their body. This will be the person who will still maintain a very simplistic life and a very simplistic approach to relations, through projects, through organizations, through what the work they do. They will have a very wise approach to the good life and also the good resources or the material resources. So either they will work very hard for their money and save for a rainy day, or the zodiac will force them to work a lot harder than the others, because here Jupiter's energies of being tested in your wisdom will come along. This is a person who respects the opposite gender, usually is very calm, will not be easily flared even by the most trying of circumstances, and will be a thinking person. So a person who is not only good looking on the surface but also is wise deep within, knows how to carry themselves in relationships, knows how to approach situations with more calm, through a more logical but wise approach to be able to handle different situations and different people is this placement. A person who a lot of others may also depend upon for wise counsel, as a sounding board, as a shoulder even to cry on, yet this person will seldom open up and show their own wounds to others easily, but will be able to handle their challenges usually and mostly on their own. Is this placement with Venus is in the Nakshatras ruled by Jupiter. Venus, when placed in the Nakshatras ruled by Saturn, all the Nakshatras of Saturn are in the water signs. So this person, when Venus is placed in the Nakshatras of Saturn, is very grounded but very flexible, is very fluid to situations also, which means this person has a soft heart and is able to also understand the problems of the people who are most destitute, who are most challenged, who are most unlucky, and is also able to handle different situations, handle different types of people easily. This is a person who may be very good at some things related to Venus. This person can be very good in arts, can be very good in cooking, can be very good in their language, in their communication, but will work very hard at whatever they do. If this person is a model, this person will have to work hard over a period of time to get success. If this person is an actor, if this person is an artist, then these people will have to work hard over a period of time to be able to get more success in their artistic endeavors. If this person likes cooking, is a chef, then they will also be very methodical, very structured in their cooking, very structured in their artistic representation, and will want to work hard for their success. This is not a person who will like shortcuts and in fact resents shortcut. Nobody detests being lucky, but even when they are lucky, these people will continue to work very hard, and usually they tend to be lucky because they are hardworking, and that luck comes to them, success comes to them over a period of time. This is the placement of slow and steady wins the race. A person who leads a simplistic life, has a simple approach to life, has a simple approach to relations, to job, to career. No frills here, no manipulation, no tact here, but complete commitment and loyalty is this placement. Generally, but these people tend to give a lot more, almost like a servant in the relationship, servant in their job, tend to serve other people more and get less. And even when Venus is very showering on them with good looks, sophistication of language, very artistic. Even with a lot of money, these people tend to be the most simple people, very grounded people, and the most flexible people that you can find around. Venus placed in the nakshatras ruled by Rahu. All these nakshatras have the air energy, so sometimes these people are not able to carry the Rahu energies very well, and sometimes they are floating in what Venus gives to them and what Rahu pushes, which means either these people can be very good looking, or these people can be very sharp, very intellectual. They can be very good at something in life. They can be either be excellent in cooking, or excellent in the art, or excellent in communication, or excellent or beautiful to look at, or sometimes they may have a very beautiful handwriting, or they may have a great imagination. Something about them will be very good. Rahu will expand that energy of Venus. However, these people can also be very tactful. They know where to use those skills given by Venus. If they are very beautiful, then they know that they have something strong edge over others, and they know how to use it. However, sometimes Rahu makes them unrealistic in the approach to situations, to people, and so sometimes they tend to trust other people more, trust their luck more, trust their hard work more, because Rahu blindsides them to the dangers of getting into a bad contract, getting into a bad relationship, getting into a bad career, getting into a bad investment, because the hunger for desire, hunger for support, hunger to be loved, hunger for growth in job, in career, in life pushes them to the fore. So these people are extremely hardworking because they have the innate desire, the hunger for success, almost greed for success. And if they play their cards well, they can be connected to the people who themselves are very rich, themselves are very successful, themselves are very powerful, themselves are in authority positions. However, if they trust others easily because of Rahu misleading them, then they can also fall flat and come down to earth very quickly. In relationships, after getting into a relationship, after some time they may be brought down to earth, because nothing seems what they started off with. Rahu misled them into a wrong relationship with the wrong expectation. They were misled into a job, into a role, into an organization. They were misled into a friendship. They may even have been misled with an investment. So high degree of success can be given to these people. In fact, Venus gives them usually if they play their cards well, if they hold the cards closer to their chest, and they can curb the degree of hunger that they have. They can curb the degree of imaginary, unreasonable dreams that they cultivate towards people. But generally, these people tend to get in touch with more selfish people who are more diplomatic than them, more manipulative than them, more tactful than them. So while they think I am very clever, I am very intelligent, Rahu misleads them, being overconfident about their own abilities, and only later on in life, after falling flat many a times, do they get wiser to understand that life is not a bed of roses. They cannot trust anybody easily, and over many experiences and after many years, they tend to become more wise, more mindful of where to draw the line and not to trust others easily. But if they have a good influence of any benefits involved, this is a placement of huge success, huge material success, huge power, huge fan following, huge social media success in any endeavor of their choice, as long as they are able to manage the energies of Rahu and manage how much expectation they have from others, and not getting into bad deals, not getting into bad offers, not getting into bad relations. Venus placed in the Nakshatras ruled by Ketu. All the Nakshatras of Ketu have all very strong fire energies. So Venus here is supported by the fire energy. But fire to do what? Ketu's energy says fire to do more for others. This is a strong placement where the person uses his or her good luck, their beauty, being good in arts, being good at cooking, being good in influencing others with their communication skills, having a soft heart, having a loving heart, to do more for others. So this person usually will tend to do a lot for others without expecting much in returns. Sometimes the person doesn't even know what to ask for and what not to ask for. Either they hesitate, because they feel they don't deserve it, or they feel that they may not be reciprocated by what they are expecting from the other end. And sometimes they feel that the time is not right to ask for the promotion, to expect certain things from some people. So usually these people tend to have success either late in life, or they have success which they shower on others. A doting mother, a doting lover, a committed employee, a flexible boss who tends to do more for others can be this placement. And usually these people don't have a strong desire for materialism. If they are secure within their job, they are secure within their relationship, they are secure within their investments, then that is good enough for them. They are not out chasing the next big thing in life, because here Ketu does not allow Venus to push forward over enthusiastically in any of Venus's endeavors. So even if the person is very good looking, they will be very grounded in their looks. They will not be pompous, they will not be arrogant. So doing more for others, even living for others, living for an organization, living for family, living for a relationship, wanting to do something for others, being more spiritual in how they carry themselves, having very loyal heart, having a very giving heart, having a very giving demeanor, having a very helpful approach in this placement. Even in relationship, the person wants more companionship rather than intimacy. The relationship is cemented not with a high desire, but for a high desire for togetherness. And even in that, they tend to do more for the other. And through that, the relationship is cemented stronger. One of the most giving placements, one of the most doing placements, one of the most serving placements, living for others, yet being satisfied in even the smallest of pleasures of life, of gifts of life, is this placement. So if Venus is placed in the nakshatra of Ketu, guard yourself against giving too much, but also expect a piece of flesh for yourself as well. So friends, now that we have discussed how Venus, when placed in the nakshatras of other planets, will behave, what kind of potential is given to you, it is up to you to be able to manifest that potential most. This is not something given to you on a platter, but something that you need to work hard to be able to get the best results of these placements. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the links given below. Till some other time with some other video, this is your friend astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.